set. Let me introduce Marjolein Veldman, who received a Master's in Political Science at the University of Amsterdam. Actually, it says your name in 1978 in brackets, and I don't know if you received your Master's in 1978 or you were born.
That's actually my date of birth.
Well,
a year
never ask a lady her age, but she's told us. Thank you. And a postgraduate degree at the Institute Maghreb Europe in Paris. During her study of contemporary society in the Maghreb, she investigated the transnational ties of the Algerian diaspora organizations in France and the ways they contribute to community-based development projects in Algeria. Prior to that, she's worked as a project manager at a French NGO. She's done research on employment discrimination in France, revolving around Moroccans. She's currently the program manager at the Dutch NGO Morocco Fonds, and where she works closely with Moroccan NGOs. Marjolein is interested in European foreign policy toward the Euro-Mediterranean and issues related to development, culture, dialogue, and migration in the Euro-Mediterranean region. I gave that long introduction as part of Marjolein's 10 minutes, but over to you.
Well, I don't think so. Thank you very much. We're going to travel again. We traveled to Congo, between Belgium and Congo. Now we're going to travel to North Africa, to Morocco. First of all, I thank especially Laila and Doris, with whom I had intensively contact, and for organizing this conference, which subscribes to a real renaissance of an optimistic view of migration, which highly celebrates the development impact of workers' remittances. And this conference, organized by COS Utrecht and Oxfam Novib, is a very vivid example of this, and I would like to congratulate Oxfam and COS Utrecht for this. While my presentation, I will focus on some examples, some concrete examples, as I was asked for, about the ways in which the Morocco Funds tries to contribute to poverty alleviation in Morocco, and how we engage Moroccan diasporas in our work, and of course other stakeholders. The Morocco Funds was founded in 2005 by a group of Dutch Moroccans with the support of NCDO. The aim of our funds is to support development projects in Morocco and to increase the involvement of migrants of Moroccan origin in development activities. As you can see, I'm not a particularly Moroccan migrant, but as my passion is for North Africa, and in Morocco even they'd say me I'm like a Maghrebian, for those who speak Arabic here. Well, at the one hand we stipulate the kind of projects to be funded, but we link also up with existing initiatives of smaller diaspora organizations. This is our platform objective actually. We address to people on the basis of their own qualifications and in the perspective of what Moroccan migrants are already doing, and what they are doing is huge, and I will focus a little bit later on this. And that seems to be a rather good working formula. Through our fund and awareness raising activities in the Netherlands, we notice a continued contact of the second generation with Morocco and the wish of part of them to contribute on a contemporary way to the development of Morocco. The most speaking example of this is our yearly online discussion on poverty alleviation on a huge website which is called morocco.nl, where we invite young people to discuss about their ideas and their suggestions to alleviate poverty in Morocco. And that last year, during the Ramadan, that scored like 20,000 hits, so 20,000 people visited this special website, and hundreds of them discussed actively, and also hundreds of them voted for one of the 3 by video presented projects of their choice. And the project that scored the most of scores, which was to buy an ambulance for a small community in South Morocco, is in terms of realization. Another example, a concrete one, is our yearly project Moroccan Future Day, which takes, by the way, place today in Maarsen. There a selection of hundreds of high school students reflects upon the future of Morocco and the ways they can positively contribute to that by themselves. They settled down their ideas in short movies, which are showed in schools all over the Netherlands in the next year. Furthermore, an interesting fact is that more than 70% of our donations come from young people with a Moroccan background in the age of 16 till 35. An example of an activity where we share our knowledge, create networks and offer financial support is Morocco, our fund for small-scale projects in Morocco. This fund is meant to be for Dutch non-profit organizations, but also individuals who want to contribute to poverty alleviation projects in Morocco, and they can have a grant of 2,500 euros. And last year, actually, to give you some numbers, we received 25 demands, and 14 of them were approved. Well, these activities I just cited are just some examples of what we do to raise awareness about development cooperation with Morocco and assist Dutch Moroccans in their plans and projects in Morocco. These and the daily contact we have with them reveal the relative durability of their ties with Morocco, and this is much true for the second generation as well. So there is hope. We already discussed the lowering remittances of money sent to Morocco, but the second generation does manifest a lot of interest, but they do it actually on motivations for engagement based on their feeling to be part of an international, even a transnational interconnected community. In this sense, their contributions to poverty alleviation in Morocco emerge from their ideas, their behaviors, their identities and social capital, which they export to their home countries. These are the so-called social remittances, which include ideas about democracy, health and community organization. Diasporas can help to foster innovation, learning processes and even political changement.